Hello guys, welcome to David's Delicious Dishes. As you can see in the title, I am making toaster oven baked barbecue ribs with homemade barbecue sauce. What I'm doing here is after I wash the ribs, I'm patting it dry, getting ready to remove the membrane off the back of the ribs. Now with the membrane, it's easier to use a butter knife because it's really hard to remove this part off the back of the ribs. Don't use a sharp knife, use a butter knife. It's a lot more safe to do so because it's kind of hard to get that membrane off the back. Takes a little while. Once I remove most of the membrane off the back of the ribs, I'm putting a generous amount of mustard on the ribs. I'm going to put it on the back, the sides, and the top of the ribs to make sure once I put on the barbecue rub, everything will stick to the ribs really well. I'm rubbing the top, rubbing the sides, rubbing the bottom. Now once you've rubbed both sides of the ribs with mustard, I'm using this Memphis rub to coat. Make sure you use a generous amount of barbecue rub, your favorite rub, or you can make homemade rub. I'll have to make another video on the Memphis rub. It's really good, really easy to make, and you'll be able to store it in a cool, dark, dry place. But coat the ribs with a generous amount of rub, pat it really well, top, bottom, side to side like you did with the mustard. Here, I put everything on a parchment paper aluminum foil lining so that way it'll be easier to wrap and place in the toaster oven. You want to close it up as tight as you can to keep the moisture in while the ribs are baking. I have my toaster oven on 300 for 120 minutes. Now that the rubs are placed on a pan, put in the toaster oven. You're gonna wait 2 hours. With my toaster oven, it'll ding when everything is done. So while the ribs are baking, I'm making a quick barbecue sauce. Here I have ketchup. Next ingredient I'm going to use is mustard. I'm using Dijon. I really like Dijon mustard. You could use the regular mustard if you like. You're gonna put a good amount of that with the ketchup. Then you're going to add Tabasco, or you could use any type of hot sauce you like. I really like Tabasco sauce, so that's why I put a lot of it in there, but you don't have to. Apple cider vinegar, any brand will do. Just a little amount of that. I don't normally measure everything, I just eyeball it because I've been cooking for so long. Then you're going to use W sauce, Worcestershire, the worst word in the world sauce. I'm going to put a few dashes of that. Next ingredient is going to be liquid smoke. Again, any of these seasonings that you see me put in here, whatever your favorite seasoning is, you can add that. It doesn't have to be the one that I put. Now, the next item is going to be Memphis rub. Same thing that I used for the coating of the ribs. Let's put a couple little dashes of that. Once you add all the ingredients, oh, one more thing. You're gonna put brown sugar, and that's gonna sweeten it up a little bit with the ketchup. It's gonna be like a sweet, tangy flavor to your barbecue sauce. It's really good. Really tasty. So crumble a little bit of that. Once you get all your ingredients into the bowl, you're gonna mix. So mix the ingredients well. And a lot of people say put it on the stove, but I like to put it in the microwave because who want to be doing dishes? Not me. So mix it as well as you can. Pop it in the microwave, 1 minute and 20 seconds. Now that the ribs are done, pull them out, and you're gonna add a generous amount of barbecue sauce. Take half of the barbecue sauce, put it onto the back side of the ribs, and rub it in or brush it in really, really well. You want to make sure, like you did the rub and the mustard, you're going to coat it side to side, top, bottom. Get as much barbecue sauce as you can. And you're going to save the other half for the top part of the ribs. But get all the barbecue sauce you can on the sides, bottom, even coat the bones because those are pretty good as well. So now you're going to take the other half of the barbecue sauce that you made. You're going to put it on the top part of the ribs like you did the bottom part. Coat it as much as you can, top to bottom, side to side. Get into the nooks and crannies, get all on the bones. Make sure there's a generous amount. Now once you coat the top and bottom of the ribs with the barbecue sauce, I put it back in the toaster oven for about 10 minutes. I didn't cover it with the foil. I just let it bake open as is, as you see it here, enough to get the barbecue sauce to bake into the meat. And once it's done, voila. You have really good, tasty barbecue ribs. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.